live-ish so far.
Ish? I like ish. Ish
We're
is
getting
better
there.
than Nosh, I guess. Ish, nosh.
Ish, nosh, nosh. Nosh-ish. Ish to nosh. Nosh to tish.
It's one of those days in the nerd.
Yes. Well, let me make sure that is the motion.
Oh,
Emotion
and there we go.
picture.
I'll see us on the webs. I'll see us on the webs and the enters.
Drag. Here. Here we go. The motion picture Star Trek. The motion picture. The movie that saved the franchise. Which, not a bad movie. I'll leave it at that. It's not a bad movie. But
we're streaming in all the places. We're streaming in all the places, right?
we are streaming at all the places. At all the places. At all the things.
Live.
And
Are we live on the radio?
let me make sure that Pastor Best is off the radio.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Jake will turn my tongue orange. Anyway.
So it looks like so far we're live on the radio. So it looks like we're good. All right.
Nice.
So
nice.
this
This is Rules of Nerdquisition, November 24th, 2024. Season finale.
Mm-hmm.
Season 1.
Uno.
We did it. We did it. We did it.
We
did it.
Yeah.
One full season. We did it.
I'm
so excited about that.
Said we had a great season. You know, had some chuckles, had a few ha-has, a few knee slappers, some confusing science stuffies.
Some badass guests.
Had some definitely badass guesses. Yes.
Shout out to Chris Hunter, Tom McLaren, Steve Warnock. Thank you guys making this season happen. This season happened.
So yeah.
And you were part of it. You were part of it.
And because of you guys. You. And I'll be and look and Tom, I'm gonna tell you right now, you better come back on the show. I see you got a new movie coming out. I'm gonna watch it. You know, we're gonna watch it. You need to come back on the show, man. Otherwise, it's gonna hurt my feelings. It's gonna hurt it's gonna hurt Gretchen's feelings. You don't want to hurt our feelings. It's gonna hurt our feelings, man.
It's like a movie that I don't think he even talked about, did he?
No, this is one. I think he got the part after his chat with us.
Oh.
So.
Oh, okay.
And so apparently,
I'm still looking forward to Ralph's Perfect Christmas.
Right.
Just saying, and Christmas is right around the corner.
It's right there.
So, anyway, I know I'm breaking probably some unspoken rule in radio that, like, I've been sick for a week, right? I've had no voice for days. I just started to get it back yesterday. I sound awful. It doesn't matter. This is the season finale of season 1.
Right.
The Rules of Nerdquisition. And what are we doing? We're reviewing Star Trek: The Motion Picture. Because we promised.
Said we did. We did.
We promised.
We did. We promised. And oh my God. You know, it's at these times when sometimes breaks are necessary, when the dogs are barking, because she's done her business outside, she's ready to come in, and she's not tolerating the whole wait until daddy has to finish up a podcast. No. She needs to come in right now. So give me just
do your thing.
10 seconds. I'll be right back.
Do your thing. And while Gilbert goes and lets his dog in, that was the point I wanted to make, that yes, I've been sick for a week. I probably shouldn't be here because my voice has been gone. It's not right. And I'll be muting a lot as I'm freebasing, Dayquil, and trying to not cough. But we promised we would review one Star Trek movie at the end of each season. That's what we're doing. Today is the Star Trek the motion picture. I've done my research, so you don't have to. And oh my gosh, is it horrible? Now let me just say that I know our normal format, as Gilbert and I try to come up with how this show works, we've sort of fallen into this kind of thing where like Gilbert will lay out an episode for you. He'll read the synopsis and he'll
Mhm.
take us through the episode. And I will interject and interrupt with, comedic commentary as we go along. And that's just how we do it. I don't think
Mhm.
that we need to, and now that Gilbert's back, that we need to like lay out the story for the motion picture for you. I don't
Yeah.
think we need to do that. There's only like three basic Star Trek plots, right? Insert giant alien probe ship comes to Earth, disabling, destroying everything in its way.
Right.
Gotta save the planet. Somebody somewhere commandeers Starfleet vessel for their clan's
Mhm.
boss designs, good or bad, because good guys and
Hmm.
bad guys have done that.
Correct.
And then the solutions are always like, we blow it up or we go back in time and we change it so it didn't happen.
Facts. They're
So
essentially the same plot, just recycled with different characters, and this is one of them. Again, not
this
a
is one of them.
not a bad movie. Not the best. It's a movie.
It's a movie.
It looks good. Visually, you can tell they did big budget on it. They put some money into it. It looks fantastic. And now it's on Paramount Plus. You remastered, and I watched the director's cut, and so it's in 4K. So it looks a lot better. It looks good.
It's not better. So
And
you watched the director's cut. I didn't. I
mm,
watched my DVD version, which was just the remastered. It wasn't director's cut yet. So you got like the full like 4 hours and 37 minutes of musical intro before they even started the movie.
no, actually, this one was like 2 hours, like 2 hours 15 minutes, something like that. So it wasn't too
I,
bad. But
I was exaggerating, but I
but
mean,
but
the director's cut
it
had that big musical exposition before
yeah,
they even started the credits. It was just kind of like
yeah,
stars and music for like 7 days.
yeah. I was a little bit confused at first, because I was like, this is not Star Trek. This is not the Star Trek that I remember. Said this is just some kind of musical star crap. What is this? And then we see Spock, and then all of a sudden, and just
Star crap.
things are just start falling off the rails, and it's
Things do fall off the rails. They absolutely do. Now, I do want to bring up that Star Trek: The Motion Picture created um, a new score for Star Trek,
mm-hmm.
which most people will identify with Star Trek: The Next Generation. In
Right.
fact, it became the main theme of Star Trek: Next Generation, produced by or composed by Jerry Goldsmith. Wonderful theme. I loved it as a kid. It inspired me, got me all excited. I go to the
Yeah.
planetarium at the local museum in the summers. They play it before all the stars came on, and it's on the little curvy ceiling. It's like, oh, how cool! That's exciting. But yeah, not many
Yeah.
people realize that this was the first iteration of that theme. You see it in a couple of different TOS movies, but also it is predominantly the main theme for Star Trek Next Generation. You're welcome, Picard.
Yes,
You're welcome.
absolutely. So
You're welcome.
you open it up and you hear it's like, hey, that sounds familiar. I know that. Then yeah.
Exactly.
So again, just like how you said, the plot of this movie is it's a basic plot. They find this big ass robot planet type of thing going to Earth, destroying everything, and then Spock and Kirk find out what it is, and and they beat it. That's about it. So
And they beat it. Now
yeah.
that's what I wanted to get past. I wanted to get past like the Yes, we know. Big giant machine, scary machine comes to Earth. I'm going to
Mm.
blow everything up if you don't give me what I want. And
Right.
Kirk and Spock come up with a plan to save her. We don't need to get into the plot. I want to talk about the intricacies of the movies. We could talk about there are scenes I want to talk about because we
Mm-hmm.
just brought up the music, the acting, the characters, all that stuff. Lots of stuff to talk about without going, hey, this giant machine. I mean, because literally, this is the same plot as the Star Trek movie that you despise the most. Giant probe comes to Earth, disables everything in its
Yes.
path. Kirk and
Yeah.
Spock come up with a plan, save Earth.
That that's it. Basic
Go
plot.
go
And
away.
then you hear just Bones on the side just talking smack. although although he wasn't really much in this and too much, you know. But yeah, it was just mostly kind of Kirk and Spock on this one.
Was. It
Yeah,
was. Now, before we get into the movie, I wanted to ask you a question directly. I had sent you a text. Did you watch
that
that little
clip.
short film
Yes, I did. I
called
did.
Unification, that 10-minute movie?
I did.
Did
I
you
was
notice it was awesome, wasn't
it
it?
was it was badass.
That was badass.
And
For those of you watching, Unification, short film produced by William Shatner and some other Star Trek uh, big heads. Very cool 10-minute little movie. That's all it is, just
yes,
10-minute little movie.
absolutely. It's a great 10-minute movie. Like and
What I wanted to point out though is that a friend of mine pointed out, it's like, hey, when Kirk walked into that garden, I lost it at Savick. Yes, we got to see Robin Curtis reprise
mhm.
her role in this short film as Savick from Star Trek 3 and 4. However, the Vulcan behind her, did you notice that that was Commander Sonak
I did.
from Star Trek? He's the one who ended up as a pile of goo on the
Mhm.
transporter platform because he was supposed to be
Yes.
Kirk's. Once Kirk took command of the Enterprise in Star Trek motion picture, hard to believe, we can't believe it. A meeting with Admiral Dagora went that well. Yeah, right.
So yeah. Yeah, right.
Yeah, right. But he was supposed to get that new science officer, Vulcan science officer, and
And
yeah, he melted. He melted on the
he
transport.
yeah. And that's that's a whew. That's one hell of a way to go. And it just pretty much absolutely affirms everything that Bones has always said. Just want to see how much this scrambles your molecules before I do. So
But
yes, I
the whole
thought that
thing
was
is that the actor that played Sonak is the one who came back and reprised that role.
yeah.
Obviously, Leonard Nimoy was CGI'd into that because Leonard Nimoy's been passed
Hmm.
several years now. And I would be remiss if I didn't do my kill to death ratio for this movie. I just wanted to throw it out there that the
Hmm.
most notable one, you know which one I'm going to bring up. You
Uh,
know who I'm going to talk about.
okay, of
Persis
course.
Khambatta, who who played Lieutenant Ilea. She passed
Hmm.
away August 19th of 1998 at the age of 49. So just wanted to throw that out there. Um, I'm not really into ball girls, but man, she was good. She hot, hot ball girl.
She looked like
Mm.
a very sexy cancer patient, and I know that was wrong,
I
and I know that was wrong. I know I'm going to get us canceled one day.
didn't quite think about it that way, but yeah. And we do have to go on record since we're on the verge of being canceled. I think I speak for Gilbert and myself when we say that we both unequivocally, absolutely, and
Hmm.
100% denounce actor Stephen Collins for his admitted underage relations with women in 1973, 1982, 1984. And
Yeah,
I correct myself, not women, girls.
yeah.
Weirdo.
Uh,
Weirdo.
Officially, f that guy.
F that guy.
Um, I wanted
See over
to.
there on that bench, you see Jeffrey Jones? Go sit down next to
So
him.
you take a
Bye.
seat. Matter of fact,
Right.
take seat all the way over there. You know,
Yeah.
next to the wood chipper.
Go Rose.
Said, matter of fact,
That's a waiting room. It's not a line. It's not a line.
said what?
It's not.
No, it's not a line.
It's
No,
not
it's not a line.
It's not a
So no,
line
I
to
mean,
the wood chipper.
just because that the seat is moving towards the chipper, that doesn't mean anything. It's just a seat. It moves. Seats move. That's what they do.
Which
So-
is funny because he is not the first seven alum to actually appear in Star Trek. In fact, another one did in your favorite Star Trek movie that we mentioned before.
Mm-hmm.
Catherine Hicks, Dr. Jill Taylor in Star Trek 4. She portrayed his wife,
Oh
the
yes.
Reverend's wife. Oh, Seventh Heaven, a Christian show. Are you kidding me? Kidding me? Yeah. That's right.
So
That's right. Hi, my name's Gretchen. I'm trans. I'm the problem. Whatever. Okay.
I guess Seventh Heaven is where all the Star Trek officers go when they retire, I guess. That's their retirement.
Right. Right. Yeah. Well, now that we've got all of that.
Oh gosh. So
Goofiness out of the way. Get that. Get out of here.
get out of here.
We can actually talk about it. We can actually talk about the movie.
All
There we
right.
go again. Don't go on the radio with a cough. Don't do that. Don't do that. Never do that.
Said
I was
that.
not gonna miss this for the world. What's gonna happen? I'll be here all
Sorry.
day. I don't care. Anyway, let's talk about what this movie was. Was it beautiful?
It was very visually appealing.
It's time, yes.
Yeah, it's for its time. Very visually appealing, and even the remastered, 4K and director's cut, it's, still very visually appealing. The acting was okay.
Yeah.
That
And we can get to that. But before you can even get to the acting, you've got to get through 47 minutes of the approach to the Enterprise.
yeah, but once you get to the actor, I mean, like the you don't actually see anybody until like the second part of the film, because the first half is just music. It's just music and
It's just music and flying to the Enterprise.
instead of flying to the Enterprise and going through.
Like this angle, that angle, this angle, that angle, this angle, all the angles.
And see, oh, look at this star. Look at that star. Oh, look at the space base. Oh, look at that. Look at that shot of the Enterprise. Look at the Enterprise from this angle. Look at that angle. Like,
Now,
so yeah, after about
I
like,
get it. Star Wars had come out. Star Wars
Mm-hmm.
came out 2 years before,
yeah.
and we saw the Star Destroyer come over top, and everybody was like,
And then of course, the lightsaber battles, the whole nine. Yeah, and I get it. You got to step it up. I get it. You got to put some money into it. You got to make everything look nice. You got to hire some visual effects artists. You got to hire all kinds of just to keep up. Totally understand. However, the plot was just basic. Just a really expanded episode. Just
it had insurrection vibes.
that, yeah.
It had Star Trek insurrection vibes. Like
A little bit.
this was this could have been a season finale cliffhanger.
Mm-hmm.
And just start up next season kind of thing. Yeah. Robot flies towards
Yes.
Earth, threatens all humanity. Spock and Kirk come up with a plan. Spock and Kirk execute plan. The robot is defeated, goes away, whatever.
Right. And so yeah, it's I said the acting's okay. But again, this is the movie that did save the franchise. So and I think this is kind of restarted, and I think this is kind of where it transitions more into how visually it looked more as to kind of less of the story now, because again, just like how you said, at the start, they're just kind of recycling the same storylines over and over again, but different ship, make it look nicer, different galaxy, different bad guy, whatever the case is. But yeah, this was kind of the start of focusing more on the visual than the story. So,
well, I mean, and I don't know behind the scenes stuff, but I mean, that Gene Roddenberry was there on day one when Star Wars
oh yeah,
May of 1977, and he walked out that theater like, man, not only did I did it first, this guy came along trying to one up me.
Yeah, and then
I gotta do something. He was already working on Star Trek Phase 2, which was supposed to be a new TV series. But then he saw Star Wars and he was like, nah, bro.
He's like, wait a minute, hold up.
Nah.
They doing this. Say, look, well, everything I got right now is just a couple boxes on a stage. Said, look, they went all out. They got it. Like, they made props, they made ships, they made a whole environment. They did the shoots. So yeah, no, I need to step this up. And
the first 3 minutes
that's what
of
he
this
did.
movie with that ship flying over my head won an Oscar. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what?
Right.
What's going on here? I don't even know what's going on. So yeah, he wanted to. And don't get me wrong, I'm the first one to say this. The Enterprise refit model, be it the original Enterprise refit or Enterprise A, same style, is my favorite version of the Enterprise. Of all the versions that are out there, my favorite version. It looks sleek. It looks badass. It's just tough, and there are so many awesome scenes where that ship is included in so many awesome things, and we'll get to that. We'll get to that in other movies, But yeah, they're gonna show it off. I would show it off. Like it reminds me of I hate to call it Mad TV, but like show this model of this Enterprise.
Hey, look what I could do.
Look what I made. Look what I did. And yeah, super cool version. They just didn't do enough with it. It just kind of flew around looking pretty.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you gotta get that's the movie ship. So hey, you gotta keep the movie ship pristine.
Right. I mean, it only did even fired one photon torpedo in the whole movie. I know
yeah.
It was exposition to alert us that phaser power was increased by incorporating it with the warp engines. Blaze that phaser.
He's like, Commander, what do you think you're doing?
Right.
Kirk is like, Commander, what do you think you're doing? Why are you fighting me? It's like,
right.
And he's like, bro, you haven't done this in a minute.
No. Yeah.
So you and this whole ship has been redesigned from the last one you were here. So yeah, if you would have done that, this whole place would have blown up, bro. So
yeah, absolutely.
So yeah,
we were already in an unstable warp, and you're going to try and fire the phasers, which are connected to the system, which is causing problems right now. So
yeah,
boom, we're all dead. No Star Trek 2, no best Star Trek movie ever. Yes, we'll get to that. Season finale, season 2.
Right.
Next year. But yeah.
But yeah, it was again, it was made, and it's there. It's there. And again, like I said, not a bad movie. Not the best, but certainly not bad.
Well, I mean, it wasn't the search for God.
True. That is true.
I mean,
That one was so awful.
thank God we've got 5 seasons to get through before we even get to that one. But I mean, like,
Oh god, that one was
I
so
mean, like,
awful.
think about this though. We have been at this
Mm-hmm.
for like 9 months.
Right, right, right.
We're only like 3 months shy of a year. Most
That is
podcasts
correct.
don't make it that far, or shows. And yeah, we've got a small, loyal following. It's not nothing to write home about, but we're happy about it. And
Yeah.
we're
I mean, we get more
doing
people.
something,
I mean, we get more people every week. So hey,
right?
we're doing something
More
right.
views,
We're doing something right.
more. We,
It's not just our pretty faces.
well, it's not his pretty face, just his pretty face. And bang.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I'll break a camera screen every. I'll break screens every time.
Well, we can sit here and
But
self-deprecate all day long.
but
But
anywho,
I wanted to bring up a talking point, something we've mentioned before, because we like to connect the
mm,
dots and stuff like that. It was once postulated by Michael Okuda in the Star Trek Encyclopedia that the machine planet that Voyager 6 visited
mm-hmm.
was the Borg home planet. And they were the
And they
ones
were the
who
ones that, yeah, well,
gave it its
yeah.
evolutionary gifts. What do you think about that? I'd love to hear your thoughts.
I honestly, I can understand. I can see that. I can see that. Just, or then again, when it comes to the Borg, you know, maybe they would have just sucked all the information out from Voyager 6, but then again, it wouldn't have made much sense for them to do it. So maybe they would try to kind of update and upgrade Voyager 6 and trying to reprogram it for their own purposes. Now that would be, I would think that would be what the Borg would do. So yeah, I could see that. I can see that, but
Yeah, I'm kind of both
yeah,
sides. Like one side of it, I could think that the Borg would just assimilate it,
yeah.
figure out its origins, and be like, "Oh,
Oh, it
there's a
came from here,
technological. It came from there, a technologically advanced species. Let's go get them."
right? You know,
Not,
or
not here. Let's reprogram you. Go find mommy and daddy.
right. So I could kind of see them repurposing, Voyager 6 and kind of updating, giving its own like kind of ship ish, so to speak. So it goes out and gathers all data, stuff like that, just to kind of see what planets would be there perfect for assimilation.
Hmm.
So I could see them kind of doing something like that instead of just the Borg themselves just going out and just, here's this planet. Well, nobody here, and go all the way, light years away. Here's another planet. No life here. Go light years away. Instead, here is this big ass probe that's just doing everything for them, and they say, oh, boop, 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 boop. And in this one planet way off in the Galpha in the Galpha Nuega Alpha Orion quadrant or whatever they want to name it, then
Right.
there's this one that has, all the conditions for life, has everything, blah 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 blah, all kind of civilized society and perfect for assimilation, and they go right to that one. So yeah, I can see them doing something like that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, I agree with you. And that leads into kind of the next question or thought that I had, and it's not an original thought of mine. A lot of people have
Mm-hmm.
postulated this. A lot of people think that Star Trek: The Motion Picture was kind of a response to Francis Ford Coppola's 2001,
Okay.
kind of a trippy space odyssey. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
it's the reason. One reason I think Star Trek: The Motion Picture didn't resonate with audiences so much. It's very cerebral. A lot of general mainstream movies audiences and patrons, they don't go for the cerebral stuff.
Right.
I think of my dad a lot. So one of my favorite movies is Interstellar by Christopher Nolan. You've seen it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I love that movie.
Yeah. Great movie.
Because it's one of the more realistic space travel movies with relativity and all that stuff combined.
Mm-hmm.
My dad, God love him, is not a stupid person, but he just doesn't get into it because he's like, there's not enough stuff blowing up. Where are all the
Oh.
freaking laser beams
Oh, he
and
likes
stuff, you know? He
the
likes that.
explosions,
Yeah.
the action, the chase scenes, and the good guys and the bad guys, and yeah, and I get it. I get that stuff.
Right.
You
He's the
know,
guy that watches Fast and Furious not for the family theme, but because they launched a sports
the
car into space.
right, yeah. So I get it. you know, and and it's just like the same thing with the movie Contact. And which
Hmm.
Contact, that's one of my favorite movies. But it
Another great
didn't.
one,
But
absolutely.
because it doesn't have the cliffhanger, the
Too much,
explosions,
too much of
the
it.
this, and it doesn't have all the the chasing and all this other stuff like that.
Yeah.
And again, it's more of a cerebral movie, and it just didn't get the honestly the praise that it deserves. So
No, and
absolutely,
especially given the fact that Contact is a movie based on a book written by Carl Sagan. Rest in
right,
peace, sir.
right, absolutely.
Very cerebral, very cerebral. Yeah. Because you cannot have a summer blockbuster that appeals to everybody
Mhm.
if it's too much of
Yeah, because it only appeals to a certain audience. If it focuses too much on science or facts or just more of a cerebral thing instead of being more focused on action. So
right. And I had
yeah.
read the book Contact before I saw it. So
Mhm.
I remember when I was sitting there watching the movie and the signal starts to come over Ellie's headset, and I'm like, "Oh, here come the prime numbers! Here come the prime numbers! Here come the prime numbers!" And my partner at the time looked over and was like, "Huh? Okay, that's fine.
It's like
Go ahead." I mean, she wasn't stupid. She knows math. She understands prime numbers. I just don't think she fully got it. But then again, this
mhm.
is a person who also had me read um, Carl Sagan's Dragons of Eden and is also a devout Catholic.
uh
So make it make sense. Make it make
so
sense. Hi, I love you. Read this book on evolution. Also, God loves you.
like what
What? What?
what
Anyway, yeah, that
so
was the
yeah.
motion picture trying to be deep like 2001, And I like 2001, don't get me wrong. I actually like 2010 better. Rest in peace, Roy Scheider. Um, but it was weird. It was weird. But
Honestly, I've never seen 2001, so I need.
oh, you have it?
No, I've never seen it.
Um, haven't have some elevation first.
Well, I always do. So, you know.
Yeah, because yeah, it's weird. It's weird. It's very, very
All
weird.
right. So I have to
What
be.
what what are you what are you what are you doing, Dave? I can't let you do that, Dave. Like, and then, yeah, it's weird. Wow, it's weird. So, yeah, the
So
only
yeah,
thing
it's
Star
weird.
Trek: The Motion Picture was missing was the Enterprise going, what are you doing, Spock?
What are you doing,
I'm
Spock?
afraid I can't let you do that,
So,
Spock.
why did you leave the Enterprise, Spock? Why are you trying to come inside me? I can't let you come inside me, Spock.
It's a family show. This is a family show. This is a family show. Hey, anyway,
You didn't buy me dinner, Spock.
yeah, I need dinner and a movie first.
Said you didn't.
I'm with the computer on that one. I need
Said you
dinner.
didn't compliment me, Spock.
Maybe a negative STD, maybe a negative STD test. Just anyway.
Said just saying, just saying.
Yeah. So yeah. Weird. hmm And because I mean, I like the premise of the 2001, 2010 movies. If you've never seen them, watch them
Okay.
and just try to figure out the basic plot. Which, if you can't, I'll explain it to you because there's a lot of kerfuffle and stuff in there that isn't important.
Okay
At the end
then.
of the day, it's like the last half of 2001 is this dude walking around in this giant space square cube thing, and he just like, wow, I'm young and old and young and middle aged and old and young and baby and oh, bum bum bum, and then gorillas hitting things with bones. Yeah, so it's weird. It's weird.
Awesome.
It's really weird.
It sounds like something I'd be into. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what
Yeah.
Star Trek: The Motion Picture tried to do. They wanted to be that deep thinking. They wanted to be the Clockwork Orange. They wanted to be 2001. They wanted to be, you know, make people think.
Yeah.
And
But they also want to do that with explosions.
but there weren't enough explosions.
Yeah.
There was
So
like that was it. That was the only
mhm.
explosion. Well, I mean, I know a couple Klingon ships and a space station got
They got
weaponized and
yeah.
reprogrammed.
Yeah, they got
But
murked. But
not like boom boom, just kind of like zap, saved a file, delete original.
right? So yeah.
They got murked in the way I go on my desktop on my computer and I go,
Hey, move that.
copy of this folder.
Yeah, see.
Cool.
Say
Delete original.
Say copy, paste it. Let's just move this over to the recycle bin real quick. And empty recycle bin. There we go. All right.
Right.
Right. And so, yeah.
And then done. And then done. So,
But again-
so yeah, I mean, I can't really reach out to Gene because, you're gone, sir. Rest in peace.
I mean, you could try a seance, but, hey, I don't know if you want to. I don't know if you want to do that. Yes,
I am a practicing Germanic pagan, but I think I'm going to pass.
I mean, you could try.
Pass.
I don't think you get the results you want, but I mean, you could try. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think I'm going to pass on that one. So, but anyway, I mean, again, this movie it's a double-sided coin or
Yeah.
a double-edged sword. Yes, it was not great, but yes, it revived
It revived the
saved
Star Trek.
franchise and the franchise.
Yeah. So, and you could also look at it.
13 movies, first of 13 movies so far.
Yeah. So, and it also points out the dangers of AI. Saying that,
How many times are we going to have that conversation?
I mean, every time. Every time. We always know it's just we all know it with Data's brother Lars. How many times does Lars just start up just stuff for no reason? Just cuz.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. And V'ger did the exact same thing. Got so smart, and then all of a sudden it's like, you know what? Everybody gotta go. Everybody gotta go.
Yeah.
And so
we've got 13 series, 13 movies out of all of this.
So yeah. We got some content. And
We got some content.
we got some content coming. And but this movie here, it's a whoo. And Gretchen said, "Look at Gretchen. Gretchen, you lucky I love you, because honestly, it sitting through this movie. There's nobody else I would sat through this movie for except for you. Just letting you know that."
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. This is for a noble cause. We sacrifice for the rest of the people. So you're not just doing it for me, because I've watched this movie multiple times and I sat through it again.
So we're doing it for the people. We're doing it for the people.
Doing it for the people.
Said we're doing it for the people because
We're doing it.
this is what the people need. This is what's hot in the streets. This is what is hot in the streets. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. At least I can promise you all this. The season 2 finale will be lit.
Much better. Yeah, because we can talk about Wrath of Khan.
Kick-ass Star Trek movie. We'll have Thomas the Villain Bishop.
He's coming back for another. He's coming back for part 2 on that one. You know, he's excited about that.
Coming back for part 2.
So we're going to be reaching out to more guests out this next season. Tom, you better come back. Steve, you better come back too. We're going to be reaching out to more guests, have different people coming on. Hopefully, you know, George will make an appearance too. You know, George, you need to come on here, talk about a few episodes. So, yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
We're gonna have a
show here.
We'll have a lot coming down, a lot coming through the works. So fighting through you know, life and adulthood and being an adult and not wanting to be an adult.
That is true.
Yeah.
Despite this movie not being the greatest of the Star Trek escapades, I can say that even watching this movie in preparation for this show, this is what gives me my little bit of escape. This is when I truly am the dog in the burning room and everything is actually fine.
Yes,
Because I'm not
I concur.
thinking about everything else.
I concur.
This is what I look forward to all week. I mean, granted, I was sick, so thankfully I didn't have to, doom scroll everything all week long. Mostly it was like, is work over yet? I need to go to bed. And I would go to bed at 4:15 in the afternoon and wake up at 3. Oh, excuse me. And wake up at 3 in the morning and then doom scroll until 6 a.m. and then get up and go to work again. But I've had the whole weekend to do nothing and relax. And I was looking forward to this. So, yes. Just so we're clear, before we reset the show at the top of the hour, you're good to go for next week, right?
That I am.
I know it's a holiday weekend for some people. I don't celebrate. I'm going to go hang out with my children and my grandchild on Friday and just enjoy my family.
Yeah.
I don't do the colonizing thing. I don't care about that. I can give thanks without somebody telling me I have to, and especially when it's an American holiday that I know that they don't care about that.
True.
Because
so I mean, if anything,
nationalist.
Yeah, I mean, I don't celebrate, so I'm good. If I do get a wild hair up my ass and I want something, colonizer related, then I'll get a turkey sandwich. But that's about it.
I'm all about making some stovetop stuffing and instant mashed potatoes.
But I do
6 minutes of my life.
But I go lie, I do like the the stovetop stuffing and the canned cranberry sauce. Got to be in the can. Cannot be anything. Got to be in the can because I don't know, just something about seeing the outline of the can when it's just like the solid cylinder, and you got to slice that bitch. Yeah.
After our conversation on Facebook the other day, because I pointed out that my favorite version of cranberry is liquid mixed with vodka. But
Well,
I
that's a great substitute. Yeah.
I was thinking about you in the original movie, Tobey Maguire's first Spider-Man, when he said I had to beat up an old lady for this can of cranberries. I'm like, I'm like, Gilbert is out here beating up old ladies for cans of cranberries. I know he is. I know he is. I know he's doing it because he wants
What?
that.
No.
It's like spam. It's like Gilbert
What?
over here with his cranberries is like me with a can of treat meat
What? Not. I don't. I'm not. I don't beat up old ladies. I mean,
all the time.
not all of them. I mean, although there was this one. Oh my god. Because I would tell you about this because this was during your sick period. This happened. This happened on Thursday morning. Sound of coffee. 9:42 a.m. I will never forget this because this was. So this lady was in Thomas's comments trolling him about the Black National Anthem. So Thomas stops.
I heard about this.
He stops the whole show, and he goes out and restarts it live on TikTok. And I'm mediating this whole thing between him and her. And she is just she's had a few drinks.
I was gonna say see you next Tuesday.
Well, she's that too. And the drinks didn't help. So yeah, and you can kind of see how it went from there because
and this was a white woman, I presume.
Oh, she was white. White. Yes. Oh, but yeah, it fell off the rails and it went downhill like quick.
That was the general consensus through the grapevine, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
It went so bad that she got her own flag on the Play Friday. She got her own flag.
Wow. Wow, how many yards was that? Like
a whole new stadium. That's how far.
Whole new stadium.
God damn.
Flag on the play. Whole new stadium.
But I'm sure.
Game.
So I'm sure. I'm sure Thomas, we're gonna talk about that shit tonight too.
Yes,
and
that will come up on the bill too. And James in the YouTube chat
said James,
thank you for the song.
I appreciate it. Matter of fact, I'm glad that you said so because I was going to in the show. It's going to make his debut. I mean, if you had been listening to GCPR throughout the week, then it's been playing in rotation. So, but officially here.
Nice.
All the rules of Nerdquisition. We shall play it for you. Oh, it's a great song. It's a great song.
It's a great song, and I'm working on ways to incorporate it into our intro when we start our shows. So I'm going to be looking at some new dynamics when it comes to season 2 of the Rules of Nerdquisition, which starts next week, 3 p.m. Eastern time, here at GCPR. Also, Rules of Nerdquisition and Ghost Call Production Radio, and we'll be debuting with a mock time. That will be episode 1, season 2.
Mm-hmm.
bum, bum.
So let's see. Let me see how I'm gonna do this. I do believe that the way that my system is set up, I should be able to play it right here and everybody could hear it. Let me make sure that I got the volume turned up. There we go. And
It's the debut.
It is the debut of the original song, The Nerdquisition, which would be our opening theme song. As soon as Gretchen figures out, the way to incorporate it.
I've already figured it out, but we'll do that next week.
Let me tell you the tale of Honor 248. Captain Kirk was on the Enterprise and he was running late when a wormhole opened up and took him by surprise.
We'll get that set up here.
Completed, he could not believe his eyes.
Sometimes, maybe.
Yep.
It's awesome.
Get in line and take a position. You'll get your recognition and your path to glory. Run through the opposition. Make your proposition. This is the current mission to complete the story. Up ahead of his was a teeny craft, the same size as a shuttle. It was a tiny raft. As it flew around, Solu thought it looked pretty fun, but nobody expected the words Puddle Jumper 1. Today is the Nerdquisition.
Gretchen, you,
You'll get your recognition and your path to glory. Run
Yeah, I know.
opposition. Make your
I
proposition.
know.
This is the current mission to complete the story.
And I will
In the
always
shuttle
see you
bay,
next
as Kirk
Tuesday.
walked down to check, he stood by the shuttle's doors as it landed on the deck. He tapped his foot and twiddled his thumbs for a minute or two. When Scott Vampire
Oh, this is a great song.
charged at the crew. Today is the Nerdquisition.
This is a great
Get in
song.
line and take a
I laugh so
position.
hard
You'll
listening
get
to
your
it.
recognition and your path to glory.
Someday our
Run
audience
through
will
the
hear this.
opposition. Make your proposition. This is the current mission to complete the story. Bodies piled up,
He's
the
over there
blood was
like I
spilled.
hate
It was clear their shirts all were red, and Kirk just wanted to get the monster in his bed. When our heroes of the Federation took off their masks to see, they were none other than Gretchen and an angry nerd from IT.
But if you can figure it out, actually,
Today
it's
is the
better.
Nerdquisition.
I have
Get in line and
figured out how to
take a
share
position.
my
You'll get your
way of doing
recognition
it
and
next
your
week would
path
be
to
to
glory.
actually share my screen and play the song prior to the show starting. But I'm gonna look at some different options there. I also want to get away from streaming the like when I do my other shows. I want to get away from streaming directly through Zoom. Their streaming app is not used, and I want access to more platforms.
You'll get your recognition and your path to glory. Run
Just
to
this.
the opposition. Make your
Forward to doing in the
proposition.
future.
This is the current mission to complete the story. Jim started retelling when he met a pilot whose name was Starbuck. As Gretchen and the nerd trapped the monster and made sure it was stuck. Kirk was happy that it was pretty thick.
Gilbert's
But our
pulling
heroes
that
ended the reign of
play
terror
right out
when
of
they
Dave's
hit it.
playbook. Stand by.
Get in line and take a position. You'll get your recognition.
That's the best part of the song. You hit him with a brick.
Hit him with a brick.
This
Alright, is it
the
playing now?
current
'Cause I can't
mission
hear it.
to complete the story.
Yes.
Oh, I can hear. James in the chat. You still in the chat? Can you hear? This is a test of the emergency theme song system. So I'm not hearing anything. Now, if it's playing
So-
directly through GCPR, that's something too. I still can't get GCPR to work. It does not play volume on the computer.
Yeah, it looked like it was playing on because bars and everything were going up. So yeah.
Well, that's good. So at least it's
So-
on live. Yeah.
But oh yeah. That's like hit him with a brick, because you know what? You never lose with a brick. You never lose with a brick.
No, never hit with a brick. And speaking of bricks, I just watched Deadpool and Wolverine this week, and bricks were also involved. And yes, Bricks are very, very effective.
That
I
is true.
enjoyed that. I enjoyed that. I I am not I am not a huge fan of Ryan Reynolds, as has been stated
Mm-hmm.
in multiple shows in the past.
Yes.
Um, I will give him his absolute due credit for this movie. It was fantastic. And with all
The,
the shenanigans going on across TikTok with Christian choirs singing Madonna's Like a Prayer, there's nothing. Spoiler alert, there's nothing like watching Wolverine and Deadpool slaughter an army of Deadpools to Madonna's
like a prayer.
Like a Prayer.
It is.
That was fabulous.
That was a glorious scene. It was great.
That was good. And this is the Rules of Nerdquisition. I'm going to reset the show. This is Rules of Nerdquisition airing on GCPR.live, and also at Rules of Nerdquisition on YouTube and Ghost Call Production Radio on YouTube. Yeah, so we're reviewing Star Trek: The Motion Picture. It's pretty. It's deep. It's a movie.
It was made, and
In 1979.
and it gave Star Trek: The Next Gen its theme. So
Yes.
so there was that.
There was that.
It looked nice. It looked nice.
It looked good. And it revealed, well, it didn't reveal itself necessarily, but it was revealed to have a sexual predator in the cast, which is neat.
So that's always a fun time.
Yeah, no,
Jeez,
that's bad.
a little bit.
What?
That's
Like, why? Why? What? Can people explain this to me? Because I don't get it. I know my community is often labeled as groomers, people who indoctrinate, that sort of thing. But I just
Yeah.
call me weird. Call me weird.
that's a little bit odd. It's a little bit odd.
Is it
But
odd
it's odd that an adult would want to interact with other adults,
adults,
and
right? I mean, like
that just
I'm
seems
50.
right.
I'm 50 years old, and if
And
you're under 40, maybe we're not going to connect.
So it's like, it's just odd. It's that you want to kind of associate with other people, in the same age range instead of, way beyond that.
Right.
And, I don't get that shit. I don't understand that just at all. Just, and just like everybody's, I've seen with videos and stuff like that, it's just every accusation is a confession. And that's what I've seen so far, is that every accusation is confession.
Every time. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, it just seems to be a common theme. But one thing I wanted to bring up, not to get too dark, we've got plenty of time for that. We've got 2 whole hours. We've got 2 whole hours of social commentary in this political hellscape that we're living in, coming up later tonight on the Villains View.
That is correct.
Going to video games, one thing I found very interesting, as you know, I am a fond player of Star Trek Online.
Mm-hmm.
The Mirror Universe.
Okay. All right.
Has its own version of V'ger.
Oh, really? Ooh.
And a storyline within the game allowed the two to battle each other. Our
Okay.
V'ger in the Prime universe being like, the good V'ger, and then the evil V'ger. So where Ilea was kind of the driver of V'ger she was more of a probe, but she was the face of V'ger
Yeah.
in the movie Star Trek: The Motion Picture. It was Emperor Wesley Crusher, who was the face of the Mirror Universe's V'ger.
Of course, Emperor Wesley Crusher.
Emperor Wesley Crusher. As if good Wesley Crusher wasn't annoying enough.
Shut up, Wesley.
Evil one. Shut up, Wesley.
Shut up, Wesley.
I do want to say this though. There are a lot of kid actors out there that get a lot of grief. I have nothing but love for Will Wheaton.
Right? Yeah.
Sure, you're amazing. The Ready Room, your podcast, The Ready Room. I love it. I love it. I watch it all the time. You are not my enemy. My name is not Sheldon.
Correct.
I have not declared war against you. These nerds.
So we love you. So we love you.
We're on your side.
Yeah, yes. I think it is hilarious. The whole Sheldon thing with you and that was some Big Bang Theory.
Absolutely.
Oh, those are always some of the funniest ones. But
I think that some of the worst episodes, including Wesley and Next Generation, were not his fault. They were early season episodes in the first
yeah.
1, 2, 3 seasons. Not very good. One of my favorites with him, even though I don't like the episode itself in general, the one with him and oh God, what's her name? She's so fracking gorgeous. Robin Leffler. Who played Robin Leffler? The actress that played Robin Leffler. Ashley Judd.
Okay.
Judd. With the little video game. Remember the eye thing, like, and the little.
Oh yeah.
And they're like, every time like one would go in, and then like they did that whole that was a good kind of coming of age episode, I thought, for Wesley, where he really stepped up.
Yeah.
Became a better character. I still. You want to come on this show and explain that?
That would be, that would be helpful to some people that have those questions. Gretchen. So, hey, that's an open invite for you to, grace us with your presence.
I would like to get, this is my wish list for Rules of Nerdquisition Season 2. I would like to get I wouldn't say a real guest, because it's not a real guest. I mean, Tom McLaren and Steve were both phenomenal.
Phenomenal, yeah.
Chris Hunter is phenomenal.
Absolutely.
I want to get a main level Trek person, though. I don't care who it is. I want to get
like somebody like, say,
any of the original crews. Any of them.
I would say,
I mean,
well, I don't know about Shatner, but,
I would fall over myself talking to Cole Meany as much as I would Bill Shatner.
I
love Cole.
I would love for us to have a chat with Avery Brooks, Captain Sisko.
Gonna get you high. I'm sorry, I was singing out
Because
yeah, that one's gonna be a.
That one, I would love to have a chat with him.
But I think you and I both agreed already. He's our favorite. Captain.
Oh, absolutely.
Love that dude. Love that character.
And because here's the thing, I would, throughout one part of the show, not gonna lie, I would beg him to say, something, to give a message to my mom, because she's loved him, for years. What was that show?
That's awesome.
Spencer for Hire.
Yep, Spencer Fryer. Yeah.
So she has been a huge fan of Avery Brooks throughout, for years she's been a fan of his. And so just getting him just to kind of say, hey, how are you? Glad you're a fan. I love you all, blah, 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 or something to that effect.
Yes.
So, yeah.
That would be fantastic. I would love to know or to get any of those people on here. I mean, that's
That would be,
right there. That's a goal.
that would be my,
'Cause he
that
doesn't
would be
do
the one I would,
interviews
yeah.
and conventions and stuff.
Yeah, so that would be my. I said not a lot. I've met a few celebrities in my time. Not any of them I've fanboyed over or anything like that. But he would be one I would fanboy over. It would be two of them I would, but it would be him and Neil deGrasse Tyson. Those would be the ones I would fanboy over.
Neil deGrasse Tyson. That would be a great one. Yes, I agree with you there. Mostly because all the other physicists and scientists that I adored are all gone.
Right.
I would have loved to have met Carl Sagan. In fact, there was a brief time in my history when I was plotting how can I
meet Carl Sagan?
how can I take those grades that I got that I barely used to barely graduate high school because I'm stupid, but because I wasn't interested. I was bored.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get into Cornell with these grades to take astronomy under
right.
Carl Sagan when he was teaching. No, but yeah, I still though. I mean, any of them, I would love. Cole Meany, Dwight Schultz, who played Lieutenant Barkley.
Oh yeah.
Nana Visitor.
Nana Visitor would be great. Well, before
get one big Star Trek actor
or like
on this show.
before he died, Rene Auberjonois. Is that how you pronounce his name? I'm not sure.
Auberjonois.
Yes. Yeah.
Yep. Albert Janois. I practice it. Just like I could say Ahmadinejad, even though the guy's not been in power for like 2 decades. But anyway.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But yeah, without
Mahmoud, I see you. Whatever. Go do what it is you do in your Iranian government. Whatever. Okay. Anyway.
Oh, but yeah, but yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you on that one. Yeah, just somebody,
I want
a big name,
nail it.
like a real,
Nail it.
like that mega superstar, big name that'll the one name that'll give us 1 million followers like tomorrow type of name.
If you're watching, I'm sorry, we can't pay you. I'm sorry.
Said we broke.
I got to pay my electric bill this week. I'm sorry.
And I mean,
Rent's coming up in 6 days, 7 days.
So I mean,
I
for it. I got
Can you just
power bill due. My power's due. So I mean, hey, I can't help you. So.
Keurig Lofton, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Come on the show. Come talk to us, Keurig. Talk.
I mean, I know you got 20 minutes. You could talk. You could spare 20 minutes.
20 minutes. 20 minutes for us to be like, we talked to Jake Sisko.
Said we talked to Jake Sisko, man.
Talk to Jake Sisko.
Can't tell me. Shit.
Help us out. We're just a couple of.
Said we're just a couple of broke nerds that love Star Trek.
Broke nerds. A couple of poor podcasters, broke nerds that love Star Trek. We want to talk about this stuff. We want people to talk about it with us. We just want to. James Gates McFadden.
Yeah. Gates McFadden would be great. Yeah, absolutely.
That I will put that up there with Don't Hold Your Breath category with like Patrick Stewart, Bill Shatner.
Oh God.
Oh wait, he's dead. Yeah, he's in the Don't Hold Your Breath category. Yeah, I get it. Right? They're not coming on the show. I would love it. Marina Sirtis.
Marina Sirtis, yeah, would be great. Oh yeah.
Personally, I know he's married. I know he's married, and he's not necessarily. I don't. What? How do I put this politically correct? I don't gravitate towards these type of men
Mm-hmm.
generally.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but if I had to pick one from that category, Jonathan Frakes. Come on,
I was just about to say Jonathan Frakes.
come on,
So we got
come on.
you got to have Commander Riker. You got to.
And when you come on the show, when
You
you like
you got to do
zoom
you got
over
to
your living room,
you got to do the step over on the chair. You got to do the step over and sit on your chair. You've got to.
yes, yes. Other than that, I mean, you're a credit to your complexion. Other than that, I mean,
So
like
we
you're at the top of a very short list.
so yeah.
I'm just saying.
So Jonathan, make your way on, man. Mr. Frakes, please, sir.
Let me fangirl for 10 minutes before this country erases me out of existence.
Right?
Please, please, somebody, give me something. Give me something. Like, you remember that trans girl on that Star Trek podcast? Yeah, she was like freaking out when Jonathan Frakes came on the show, right? Wasn't she? She like passed out and died right there. Yeah, it's a good thing too because the government came in and killed everyone else like her,
Right?
right? Come on.
Right?
Come on.
And just before, he did the Riker maneuver just before she.
Let me have a heart attack with dignity.
So how's she?
Maneuver. It is the
So how-
Riker maneuver. You're right, James.
So how'd she do it? Well, how'd you go? Well, she was on a Zoom call and Jonathan Frakes did the Riker maneuver and then she squealed out and keeled over. I don't know what
That
happened.
was it. And next thing we know, there were paramedics on screen. We don't think
So I don't know what happened.
somebody call the coroner. I am officially deceased. Anyway, but yeah, just something.
Yes.
I'm still very disappointed that I am not going to get to go to GalaxyCon next month. Yes, meeting Hayden Christensen would be like a dream for me.
Mm-hmm.
Although he's still just one fraction of Vader, not the whole package.
Right.
What I really wanted to do was to meet George Takei, who's going to be there, or Takei.
Mm-hmm.
And because I had met him when I was 12 years old at a Star Trek convention in Cleveland, Ohio. And he signed an autograph for me. And I remember it said Galactic Greetings to my dead name. I'm not going to put it out there, but he wrote that. And I made a joke. I said, look, I really wanted to take a picture of, because he asked me, so do you want to take a picture? I was like, I would love to, but I can't. I took all my photos when you were speaking on stage. And he laughed and whatever. I would love to just meet him, to walk up and be like, sir, Mr. George, I love you. One, you're hilarious, a fantastic advocate for our community, the LGBTQ plus community. And also, I met you once when I was 12, and I was also a boy. And I just want him to look at me and go, oh my. Like, I need this in my life. I need this. George, George, please.
So I met you once. I looked a little bit different.
I was 12. I'm 50 now. I was 12 then. I was also a boy.
So people grow.
People change.
People grow. People change.
People grow. People change. I'm going to need to clip this and put it on Blue Sky.
Yeah.
Which, most of you don't know, my primary headquarters on social media is now on Blue Sky, transgretchen.bsky.social over on Blue Sky. I am still active on TikTok. I have not posted in over almost 10 days.
Much like much like people in a certain community, I am transitioning to Blue Sky. So I'm on there, Angry IT Nerd 3D at bluesky.social. So Angry IT Nerd 3D. So distinction 3D, because there's another Angry IT Nerd that's on there. I don't know who it is, but that is not me. I'm an Angry IT Nerd 3D.
Let's kill them. Kill the imposter. Kill them dead. No, I didn't say that. That wasn't
He's not angry. I'm angry. He's not angry.
right. No, we can't have. We would have you, James. We would have you as a guest if you wanted to come on and talk about Star Trek. We are. Yes, we want some big. We want some big Trek stars, but
So we want some big names too. But yeah, but we also love
the show.
Yeah, we also love talking to people that love the show as well. Would it be great to have Sonequa Martin Green show? Absolutely. Love to have Michael Burnham on the show. Love to talk to her. But we also love our fans like James that wants to come on and just kick it with us and just BS and just talk about Trek and or a certain episode or whatever. Love it too. Come on, man.
And that's where I'm making a distinction, because some people are like, "Oh, you know that Star Trek show that has Sasha on it?" No, I know the one that has I know that zombie show that has Michael Burnham on it though. No, don't come up with that BS.
Say nah.
Don't come at me with that BS. I'm sure you do, James. I'm sure you know a metric.
No, you do, man.
About the lore.
But
my dad, fun fact, after watching, he listened to the first episode he listened to ours was the Chris Hunter episode.
Okay.
And he was like, I am surprised how much knowledge you possess about Star Trek. I'm like, you are? You got me into this. You started this mess.
So,
how many useless conversations have we had about this stuff?
Said, I mean,
you're just figuring that out?
Said, Dr. Frankenstein. Duh. Have you met your creation yet, Dr. Frankenstein?
Is Shady? Have you been looking at Shady Pines brochures again? It sounds to me like hospice might be in your future. You would not be wrong, Jay Thomas, about dislike of Bill Shatner. He is definitely
he's not a very likable. He's not a likable person. That is putting it very nicely. So yeah, there's that.
He has never handled his fanfare as well as I would like. See, now this is a story I like to tell that's always funny, is when I've only ever written to 2 Star Trek actors.
Okay.
It was after Star Trek 2 came out, and I wrote 2 fan letters. I wrote one to Bill Shatner, and I wrote the other one to Kirstie Alley. Good grief. I'm not even going to say it, because Kirstie Alley, you were a hot mess
so you're
in life.
Batting 2 for 2 on that one.
I did appreciate though your portrayal of Sabrick, and I will always appreciate that role. And now that you're dead, I can separate the art from the artist. That being said, only one of the 2 responded to me, and it wasn't Kirstie Alley. It was Bill Shatner with an application to join his fan club.
Well, isn't that great? That is fantastic.
Thanks, my guy.
Thanks, Bill. Thanks, Bill. So, but James, video's coming along. All right. So here's the thing, man. All right, look here. Every time I start, I get a new idea. So I'm but it's coming along. It's coming along good. So all right. The vision I have is like kind of a mix of showing clips and scenes of parts of the song that are just absolutely hilarious. The vampire butt monster, the brick, so things like that. But
I need like a full set of lyrics.
Right?
To see the lyrics. I need if you can send that to us, that would be fantastic. You can send it to rulesofnerdquisition@gmail.com. You can send it to transgression@gmail.com. and any email address that my cohort here wants to reveal. But yeah, again, pardon the
Oh
voice.
my
I know
gosh.
it's coming back, but man, I've been sick. I just was able to start. I literally had no voice for 4 days. Like Monday through Thursday, I could not talk. I was like,
Oh,
that was it. That was everything.
I know that was rough. I
was
know that was, especially when
And I'm
if
someone who
you
likes to
at
talk.
work, especially you at work, and somebody calls you and you have to talk. Ugh.
That's the beautiful thing, though. I don't talk to people at work. In fact, I haven't talked to anyone on the phone all week at work. I just crunch numbers.
Oh, that's nice.
Only time my boss calls me is when I do a calculation incorrectly, which I don't. So
Oh, that's
they don't
nice.
call me. Yeah, they don't bother me. But I am someone who likes to talk, and when you can't talk, that's a problem. And I had a few friends call me throughout the week, like, "Hey, how you doing?" I'm glad they're talkers too, because I was just like,
You're like,
couldn't do anything.
It's like,
Couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to season 2 of the Rules of Nerdquisition. I think we've made some great strides this past year,
yeah, I think
and I
so.
look forward to some great things coming up. I really, really wanted to rep Helios at GalaxyCon again. Unless somebody wants to just drop $1,000 on me, all of a sudden, I will go. But until then, no, probably not. Because I'm in the midst of updating documents and plotting my emergency relocation to a blue state on the East Coast
So
in the spring.
yeah,
So
it's a little bit of a challenge. Um, so definitely it would be great if everybody, you would like, share, subscribe on our YouTube channel.
please, please,
Share it with your friend,
engage.
share it with your friends. Tell them they'd love it. Share it with your enemies, and just tell them, hey, just sign, just like, share, and subscribe, and I'll leave you the hell alone. So hey, so that way, you guys can sponsor us so that we can bring better content for you. It's free for you, but it helps us. And that allows us to bring you, to give the people what they want, to give the people what they love. Because we know what we know what you want. We know what's hot in the streets. We know this. We know this.
We know what's
So like, share, subscribe. Rules of Nerdquisition.
right.
You find us on YouTube. The Rules of Nerdquisition.
We've got a TikTok channel now.
We've got a TikTok channel, yeah. So
We got a YouTube station. We're gonna have Blue Sky soon.
we're gonna have that Blue Sky set up. Yeah, I'm gonna set up Blue Sky sometime this week. So
Cool.
and
Yeah. Just get us out there and have some
So,
exposure. Have some fun while the world burns.
absolutely. So
Because
no, J Tom,
we
we'll
were
still be
taught-
neighbors. We'll still be neighbors. We'll just have an extra house, but we're still neighbors.
She's talking to me. She lives in the state next door.
Oh, well,
And I am looking to move from Ohio to Massachusetts in the spring. So
yeah. I know. I know that was your plans. Yeah.
yeah, I got to get out of here. Ohio was already red. We went full dark side, sans cookies.
So yeah.
Yeah. I just
I
got
got you.
dates for document updates to complete.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is filed. I'm just waiting for everything to go through, get those paper copies in my hand.
And then that way you can.
I'm gonna pull Wyatt Earp and get the F out of Dodge.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I do not blame you at all. Matter of fact, I'm doing the same thing, getting all the documents and all my paperwork all together.
Yeah, everything you can. And Chuckles, no, I don't have LinkedIn, but you can reach me directly either through TikTok if you follow me there, Transgression. Again, email address is rules at Nerdquisition That's our joint email at gmail.com. And then transgression@gmail.com. You can reach me there too. So those are all direct
Yeah.
ways to contact me. Or Blue Sky. Blue Sky has a chat feature now, has a direct message feature.
Mhm.
Transgression.bsky.social. Love Blue Sky. I like it. It's like Twitter of old.
Yes. It's so great to go and scroll through and not have to see, Trump 2020, and hear, Elon Musk talking about his whatever scam he's trying to pull that week.
Did you see the meme that he posted of him, his face over Iron Man's suit? So irony, man. Irony, man. What?
Yeah.
What?
Like,
Come on. Come on, man.
come on, bruh. Come on, bruh.
How is this guy the richest man on the planet? How?
I
I gotta know. Well, I mean, I know he inherited from his dad, but
The craziest thing is that I read an article that says he's on the verge of becoming a trillionaire. So yeah, I would not be surprised after this. In the next 4 years, he's the world's first trillionaire.
and I'm over here like, well, the good thing is my minuscule Bitcoin investment's blowing up.
Yeah. And meanwhile, he's got $1 trillion.
He's got $1 trillion. I might have like a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of a Bitcoin soon. I can't wait.
Yeah.
God, these people, like, it amazes me.
And it is. And I'm trying to remember the quote because it was somebody that said, Elon Musk is like the genius to the dumbass, or something like that. Like the smartest guy to a guy that's he's the smartest guy to the dumbest guy, or something to that effect.
Something, but is he that smart though?
No, he's not. No, he's not.
He bought Twitter for more than it's worth. He chased all the advertisers away,
Mm-hmm.
and then Blue Sky comes along, and while yes, Threads and Twitter both still outnumber Blue Sky in user count, they're growing monumentally daily. I love the app; it's easy to use, and
Yeah.
you can just block people in mass groups.
Like, and here's the thing,
Bye.
Blue Sky takes everything that is great about Twitter of old
Hmm.
and just made that better. And you have Blue Sky. Because now Twitter has become just an absolute cesspool of just all right-wing propaganda. That's all it's become now.
No,
Yeah.
absolutely. It's always become it's accessible, and that the funny thing is that I think what I saw was like, um, conservatives are mad because we created this echo chamber, but really it's just that Blue Sky doesn't allow hate speech.
Yeah. Yeah. They don't allow hate speech, and it doesn't allow like misinformation and disinformation.
Right.
So
Right. You can report this stuff.
yeah.
And we can have civil conversations with people who do disagree over policy. We can talk about policies. No, I mean, I'm not going to have a civil argument with you or debate over mass deportation. That is not a policy that is debatable. That's
Right.
racist and inhumane and horrible.
A little
But
bit.
but again, we can talk about, what tax rate do we tax businesses at? we can have that conversation. But I'm not going to have a conversation with you about, well, which bathroom should I use? I just got to
Mhm.
pee. Don't care. I'll go. I'll go pee on that tree over there. If it's really a problem for you, I'll make all of you watch. Like,
So I mean, you want to make a show out of it. I mean,
is that girl writing her name in the snow? Yes. Yes, she is.
yeah. Wait, she doing it in cursive? Yes.
You're damn right.
Absolutely.
Oh, it's a full blown Chinese kanji going on here. I mean, I'm not writing my name. I'm rewriting. I'm reescribing all of Confucius's most in-depth teachings.
So just
Right?
shh. There we go. And done.
Yeah. So anyway, but yeah, we were definitely going to get launched over on Blue Sky.
Mm-hmm.
Angry and I, we got big plans for the show, big dreams,
Oh yeah.
and even if they don't materialize, we're still going to do it.
Yeah.
This,
But it would be
is a
nice.
major accomplishment. Season finale. One
But
whole
yeah.
season, 30, 33, 34 total episodes. I don't have them all posted on Spotify yet.
Right?
34 episodes.
But I mean, it'd be nice, if we could go to a con and just be able to, kind of do a rules and nerdquisition live stream there, and be able to, still be able to kind of do this for a living.
That would be cool. Even if nobody from nowhere, forget the name of the state, shows up and goes, "Oh my God, that's Gilbert and Gretchen. I saw them like once 6 years ago on YouTube. But get over here and get on our live stream.
It's like, right?
Here at Super Subcon.
So, yeah.
We've got that guy that was a walk-on cameo. His name was Bob, from
Bob from
1999 and 1967. And then George from Land of the Giants. Yeah, he's here. I know that's his coffin. He's dead, yes, but he's here.
But he's here. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you.
One thing I am going to start doing next season,
Mhm.
something my dad actually suggested that I do, and I didn't do it this season. I am now going to, each episode that we review an episode of Star Trek,
Okay.
I'm going to pick a character or a monster or creature or alien from that episode, and I am going to sketch it during the episode as we
Oh,
broadcast live. And then
that's an interesting little caveat to the show.
I will frame them. And we will sell them at
Oh,
our soon-to-becoming merch store. And
yes.
all proceeds will go to equipment and production increases to the show to take care of
So-
the peoples.
All sales will go to
All
making this show better.
This show.
It'll making this show better
Exactly.
or better, depending on what part of the country you're from. It'll be better or better, whichever way.
Or
Oh.
better, or so.
So, or it'll be just
So yes,
Like the approving head nod.
I will start that next week, and I'm going to give a little preview. The first picture I'm going to do will be in their epic duel.
dun 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 dun. So yeah, that's a great idea.
We'll do
That's
first.
that's awesome. Yeah. I definitely would love to see some of the sketches and everything once they're done. Yeah.
2-hour
Okay.
sketches, 2-hour sketches, and I will take photos before I will sell the originals framed, but we will also sell prints, at a much reduced cost for anybody that would like a print. But definitely going to do that. I think it'd be a good idea. Why not? What's a little caveat in there? Hey,
Absolutely. Why not?
and I know that you've been talking about something you might launch on this side, um, for D&D players. You got me intrigued. I mean, I don't have any
Yes.
people to play D&D with, but I am a D&D player. You can't see it with my background on my thing, but I have a whole shelf of D&D books behind me, and
Yeah.
I am a dice goblin.
Yes, I know that you're one of the D&D friends that I have. And just for anybody that is listening in the chat that didn't hear, I'm thinking, I haven't fully undecided yet, or I'm trying to kind of gauge an interest in it, and making D&D minifigures. So, and of course, James has suggested and wanted to know one of the figures would carry a brick. Absolutely. There will be figures that I will make one that will have bricks. Because why?
No brainer. No brainer.
You don't lose with a brick. I don't care. I don't care what kind of dragon you're facing. Throw a brick at it. If the one brick doesn't work, hey, keep throwing bricks. Bricks work. You don't lose with a brick. So that is what I'm trying to gauge interest in, and how many people would be interested in it. Who would be interested in having their own custom D&D figures. So yeah, I'm working on the logistics to it, see where I can kind of actually sell them. Would it be through, well, I'll figure out where to sell them, but I know right now I'm just kind of trying to gauge interest and see who would be interested. And so yeah, I've put out a post on Blue Sky, I think probably about almost a week ago now, asking about it. So again,
And shared it. I'll go and
So-
make sure I share that, get that out there, because for some reason I've got a lot of people following me on Blue Sky. Not a ton, almost to 500 followers, but that's like, really? 500? Who are you? Like, me? Whatever. But yeah, let's get it out there. Let's get it out there. I would do, even though, one, I don't have anyone to play D&D with, even though I have all these books and dice. And I never played table D&D. Like, the premise is still the same, but you're using like figures and stuff. I always wanted to. I might just buy one or two, because I've got characters I would like to see realized in the flesh. But I still have, and yes, it's still in the back of my mind, I still have something I need you to finish for me. I just haven't finalized the design I want yet.
yeah.
There's still something that needs to be done first, and we'll get to that. But we'll talk about that. This next season on the Rules of Nerdquisition, there will be, I'm thinking episode 5 or 6.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to do my love letter episode to the most prolific mass murderer in all of science fiction. It needs to be done.
So is that going to be, because here, you think you'd be able to do your entire love letter in just one episode? I think it may.
2 hours is a long time. 2 hours is a long
Well,
time.
yeah, that's true. That is true. And no, I'm really bad about checking my messages. I'm really, really bad about that. So if you send me something on Facebook, it'll be weeks before I check it.
Yeah, Facebook is bad. I'm not good at Facebook either. I know, Jay Thomas, you haven't necessarily sent me anything, because I did look yesterday, but our friend George has been trying to reach out to me recently. I don't think I nuked Facebook like 6-7 years ago, and only recently signed up again in the last 2 or 3 months. I just don't look at it. It's just,
No, because here's the thing. Generally my interaction with Facebook is this. All right. My first 5 minutes in the morning, I wake up, I'll open up Facebook, I'll check whatever notifications I'll have.
Maybe.
I'll scroll through. Maybe about get like 5 minutes or so. If I see a meme that I like, I'll share it. But then that's about it. So the chances of me checking messages through Facebook Messenger, you'd have a better chance of sending me messages through Instagram and having me check that, because I'm real Facebook message. I'm real bad about that.
When you reach out to me. Although right now I think I have my TikTok messages set to friends only, so only if you're a friend. But that's just because my TikTok is private ever since the election. I've just been kind of keeping a low profile.
Yeah.
I'm very active on Blue Sky though. I mean, hit me up over there. Like I said, transgression.bsky.social. I'm very active on Blue Sky right now. I just love it because I can just throw a clip out there. And you can do 1-minute videos. They have to be 59 seconds. Don't go over 59 seconds. Or you have to post a link to it. But maybe they'll increase that down the road. But
yeah, I mean,
that was.
I'm sure that, a few months or so that it'll change to where, oh, well, we can offer now, 5-minute videos or, or 10-minute videos, something like that. So yeah, it'll just depend. It'll just depend on how many advertisers come through, sponsors they get. They'll be able to kind of upgrade, upgrade all their hardware and stuff. So yeah.
They have said though that they will not use advertisers to change how they do their business model though. Yes, every social media platform eventually needs some kind of corporate sponsorship. But we will always what we see on Blue Sky, which is why I love it so much, is always dependent on what we look at, not what they want us to see.
Yes.
That's the basic promise of Blue Sky, and that's why I like it so much. I see what I want to see, not you go on Facebook, what is it? Friend post, advertisement, 3 sponsored posts, friend posts, advertise, 2 sponsored posts. Like, come on.
Yeah, that's why with Facebook, it's something like
same with Instagram.
5 maybe 10 minutes, if that. And that's pushing it if it's like 10 minutes. Just simply because it's just I would say it's one friend post and then add sponsor, then finally a friend post and
suggested post. You might like this. No, I don't want to like.
Say it. No,
and they obviously don't know me too, because I'm on Facebook, and there was one page I really liked for a while there called Darth Vader Fans. I loved all the posts. I went into the comments on one of the posts once. Turns out that not only is the page moderator and owner, but most of his commenters are all like Trump MAGA people, and they're just very crass and homophobic and transphobic in the comment section.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, I'm not following this group anymore. Yeah, you've got funny memes and videos, but no.
Yeah, but it's like, and
I don't need that.
And it's just saying there, and all of them, they're all the same. They're all the same, and it's just they
are all the same.
It's exhausting. But anyways, that's them, and we're not gonna. Nah.
No, we're gonna push our content on.
But yeah, we
friendlier places.
But yeah, we're gonna get on Blue Sky.
We want our show to be for everybody.
Yeah. So we gotta put us on Blue Sky. Clipping show, doing clips and everything, shows and everything. So yeah, and again, like, share, subscribe. It's free. It's free. It'll help us. It's free to you.
It'll help us. Give us some exposure. Yeah.
It'll help us. That way we'll be able to, get us exposure, and then also at the same time, be able to, upgrade our equipment.
And tips to Blue Sky, you don't have to be YouTube. You don't have to allow 5-hour videos if you don't want. You can
Right?
stick to 1 to 3 minutes. That's a perfect format.
Yeah.
You don't need to
Yeah,
go
so-
beyond that. Remember Vine? Vine was great.
I remember Vine.
Vine was great.
Vine had some of the absolute funniest little clips on it.
Some great stuff. And yes, Jay
loved
Thomas, he has the same name as the voice of Iago from Aladdin. That's correct. The actor who portrayed the voice. Yes. And I remember
Yes.
him from was it Beverly Hills Cop 2? I mean, I've seen him in a million things. Don't get me wrong. Everyone knows who he is, but like, was it Beverly Hills Cop 2? I think so. It was all the parking tickets. Anyway, I
Yeah.
digress. But that's just nerd brain. So there.
That's the ADHD nerd brain.
That's right, ADHD nerd brain. But yeah, let's just to wrap up. Yeah, so we talked about a lot of stuff, a lot of great things coming with Rules of Nerdquisition. I'm very excited about this show. I think that me and Gilbert both feel very strongly about it and very passionate about it. But we reviewed Star Trek: The Motion Picture.
Yes,
It's
and
done.
again, our official reviews is it is a movie.
It is a movie. It was made. It did appear in theaters.
It was a movie that was made. It showed in theaters in 1979.
Kirk and Spock and them were in it. Gene Roddenberry
Mhm.
had something to do with making it.
And
Rest in peace, Commander Sonak.
so, yeah, and it had a PDF file that was there. So yeah, it was something. It was something. And so
The warp speed
a
thing was a little too much,
little bit. It was
over the top.
yeah. It was a bad LSD trip. That's what it reminded me of.
As much as I like rainbows as much as the next member of the Alphabet Mafia, but yeah, too much.
Said a little bit, just a little bit over the top.
Too much there, yeah.
So yeah, I mean, and then for some of us that have bad eyes, yeah, it is not the best thing to watch. It's not. It hurts my eyes.
All 8 of them. It hurt all 8 of our eyes.
Yes. Oh gosh, but yes, it is there and it was made and that's what it is.
It is officially recorded in the Library of Congress.
Yes.
There is no removing it at this
There
time.
there
It
was
has been done.
There was a movie executive that greenlit it.
And said yes.
Somebody
It's
that
pretty.
looked at it said that yes, this is what the streets need. The streets is talking it. Streets is talking and this is what they need.
Chuckles in the chat. Star Trek motion picture. Subtitle: Return to Sender. Return to Sender. Address unknown. Anyway,
But yeah,
I'm not
So-
going to do my Elvis impression today. Thank you very much. Thank you.
like it.
I'll be here all week. Thank you.
I'm like it very much.
Thank you very much. Anyway.
So yeah. So we're coming close to the end of the show. Coming up later, we have got the Kennedy Effect with Jeff Kennedy. After that, we have got the Villains View, and you will see our pretty faces again. And then after that, we have got Conversations with T. Nathan. So, yeah, we give you an hour break so you can go get something to eat. You can pee. You can do number 1, number 2, whatever you need to do. Number 3, 4, 5. I don't know. Don't care. I'm not I'm not in your houses like that.
And
But
just to throw this announcement out there real quick, there was no Peak Trans on Friday this week due to my illness. I had no voice Friday night. There will be no Peak Trans next Friday due to the holiday weekend that I don't celebrate, but I will be with family. Peak Trans will return to GCPR Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, December 6th. So just throwing that out there. Other than that, Star Trek the Motion Picture was a movie. We watched it. We survived. We'll be back
Yep.
next week. Season 1 premiere or season 2 premiere.
Season 2.
Amok Time. Season 2.
Season 2.
Episode 1. Amok Time.
Keep your triples paid and neutered. And everyone. Boom, 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 boom. Take care.